Welcome to Sinbin Stream. Today in NHL hockey action, we have the Montreal Canadiens in Raleigh, North Carolina to take on the Carolina Hurricanes. Apologies. And hold on, we'll get an audio check real quick on both formats here. All right, YouTube is good. Let's fix the chat is what I was trying to say. All right, and in Twitch, let's check. Okay, we are good. Hope you're having a great weekend and a terrific Sunday. And we are moments away from the opening face-off. All right, sun is finally out, but I think with the hat, I'll be okay. All right. At commercial. Still wait. I missed who the Carolina goalies were. Obviously, it's Dobish and Fowler. I think Fowler just played, so it's probably going to be Dobish for Montreal. I don't know if it's Bussy or Anderson, though. During warm-ups, I couldn't tell. It looked like they were both, I don't know when these warm-up shots were. Like they were both taking shots or practice. I don't know. All right, well, let's check in on the women's. I guess I might do Michigan, Texas tomorrow at 6. UCLA 65, Duke 56, 2:30 to play in the fourth. We'll get an update on that one, and then we'll keep an eye on the men's after that. Only one final already in the NHL. Rangers 3, Panthers 1. Stars Flyers at 6. Also Blackhawks Devils on NHL Network if you have it. I get a local blackout. Plus I don't get NHL Network games as part of the ESPN Plus, which I have through ESPN Unlimited. Predators Lightning. I guess I got to pull for the Lightning to beat the Predators. I help the Kings. Man, the Kings need the help. So coming up this week, Maple Leafs Ducks at 9 o'clock. All right, we finally have the starting goalies. Anderson and Dobish. All right. Yep, and I blew it. I missed the statistics for the two. They did them very rapidly, though. I don't know why they didn't have these up earlier. All right, let's make sure we're live. I know that's an issue sometimes. I probably should have gotten out and back in, but I had it. I may have to. All right, here we go. Montreal in white, left to right. Carolina Hurricanes in red, going right to left. Dump in by Montreal. Into the near corner, behind the net, Suzuki sends it up. It's kept in at the blue line. Sent in behind the net to Suzuki. Into the near corner. And taken out by the Canes. That is Svechnikov. Far circle shot. Dobish save. Into the near boards. And neutral ice. Dobson with it. And now Carolina back with the puck. That is taken up Pass to the right wing. Far circle shot. Dobish rebound sent wide by Carolina. And sent up by Montreal. No shots on goal apparently yet. 18:59. We get a whistle for icing. All right, I'm going to get out and get back in real quick. Make sure we're not behind. Are you kidding me? Why does ESPN, their app is so brutal. It shifts games around. I should have just gone to the NHL section. And now it's taking me forever to get back in the game. That's why I should have waited. All right, 18:52. And a whistle. First shot on goal for Carolina. All right, face off in front of the Montreal bench and a dump in by Carolina. All right, into the slot. Shot by Miller was wide and picked up by Stankoven. Far circle. Pass gets away. And Blake for Carolina into the slot and, well, kept in. Now sent in from the red line by Montreal. Presumably they're getting a line change. Miller has it behind the Carolina net. Sent to Stahl and a dump in from the stick of Gostishbear. Oh, Gostishbear is back. He has been injured for a while for the Hurricanes. Have not seen him play in some time. Picked up behind the net by Nikishin. He sends it to the far boards. And over the blue line. Pass taken up the middle. Nikishin shot. Dobish save. Whistle at 17:39. Shots on goal 3-0. Hello, Dusty. Yep, ESPN app is brutal, and they wonder why people use Yeah, I hear you. I have no problems with those. It's just I prefer that YouTube. It's bad on YouTube for college sports, so that's my only frustration. And I think sometime, at least last year for the UFL, when I was covering UFL games. All right, we get a false start on the draw. We're still waiting. 17:39 to play. First period. Face off and tipped up into the far circle. Finally to the neutral ice, but it's sent in by Nikishin. Into the near boards. Sent around. Now it's in the far, or near, make that the near corner. That was Carrier. Number 28. I assume it's Carrier. Or not Carrier. All right, that one was into the netting above the glass. 17-15. All right, let's 4-0 the shots now for the Canes. Predators Lightning, no score, 16-13. Bruins Blue Jackets, no score, 16-15. All right, face off. At the blue line. Into the far circle. Still held in by Carolina. Blue line. Into the behind the net. Now in the far corner. Now not kept in at the blue line. Montreal over the red. They are going to be delay offsides. No, they blew it dead. Wait, no, delayed offsides. Montreal didn't realize they were offsides. It was pretty obvious. Svechnikov loses it, but it's sent towards the net by, I think, Taylor Hall at 16:40 and a freeze of the puck. Yeah, who was that again? Yeah, Svechnikov. All right, 5-0 shots in favor of Carolina. Actually, I might not even. It's so sunny, I might not even need these lights at all. All right, face off. And a false start. Come on. Wait, did they call. What was the call? Did they call icing? Or intentional offside or something? I don't know. It was in the near corner for Montreal. It's to the neutral ice. They have it in the far corner. Now behind the net. And Nikishin turns it over. Evans to the blue line and out. Gooley couldn't keep it in for Montreal. Pass up the near boards. Now it's taken by the Canes. They're at the blue line. Gostishbear sends one. It's taken behind the net by Nikishin. He centers it while he was sitting down on the ice, but it went off the far boards. Montreal getting a line change. They dump it in. And picked up by Gostishbear. Takes it to the red line and dumps it in. Far corner. Carolina with the puck. Still no shots on goal for Montreal, and they have not had the puck very long at all thus far. Shot from the slot blocked by Montreal. Kept in. Shot. Save. Struble sends it off the far boards. Picked up. Centering pass. Blocked again on the shot. I think that block was by Hudson. Miller keeps it in for Carolina. Sends one from the high point or just inside the blue line at the point. And finally Montreal got it in, and Miller sends it to the red line. Blake misplays it though, and Montreal dumps it in from the red line. Quickly ahead, Carolina. We have played over 5 minutes. Still no shots on goal for Montreal. Taylor Hall's pass taken away. Dobson pass to Gallagher, who tips it in. Chased into the corner. Nice hit there by, who was that? Jackeye is back. Okay, we'll look at the scratches at the under 14 timeout. Going the other way, Jankowski. And a shot, I think, by, who was that? Robinson. And a whistle at 14:20. Let's listen in. What's this for? No, nothing yet. All right, I don't know what the whistle was for. It must have been a frozen puck. Still shots are 5-0. Probably frozen to the side of the net. And we're showing replay after replay, and I guarantee we're going to miss the face-off. Derek, hello. What's up? How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for being here. All right, I think we're about to resume. I don't know. Far circle face-off, finally. Montreal has it, sends it to the neutral ice, and picked up, I think, by Chatfield for Carolina. Other way, Svechnikov. Don't think that shot was on target. Blue line keeper sent around. Far corner. Centering in the slot. They missed, though. A long shot. That was wide. Missed opportunity by Carolina. Bad pass to the slot. They have it in their own neutrals, or their own defensive zone. Now it's in the neutral zone and towards the net, and played off the near boards by Dobish up ahead to Suzuki, who just dumped it in behind the net. Pass taken up and turned over to Carrier at the neutral ice. Dump in again. Picked up by Carolina. That was Walker. Now it's taken by Miller. Miller up the middle to the blue, to the red, and a dump in. All the way around to the far boards. Kept in at the blue line to Miller. Near side. Shot saved. Into the far boards. And a delayed penalty coming up on Montreal. Montreal with it at the blue line. Far circle. Back to the blue line. Miller with the puck. Towards the net. Into the near boards. Picked up, so nobody touched it, I guess. Ehlers sends it to the near side. Stahl back to Ehlers. Ehlers to the far circle. It went off the far boards. Miller keeps it in at the blue line. Montreal is going to be tired. I hope none of these guys are on their PK. Sent towards the net. Missed into the far boards. Still on a delayed penalty. Now finally the puck is touched by Montreal at 12:08. And we'll get the penalty. And I believe this is also the under 14 media timeout. No score and 6-0 the shots in favor of Carolina. Gooley, the penalty. And Carolina to the power play when we head back. All right, first of all, the women's, okay. Duke won, no, UCLA won 70-58 over Duke. Earlier today, UConn beat Notre Dame 70-52. So that's it for women's today. We'll check in on the men's. Michigan blew out Tennessee 95-62. Duke up 22-14 on UConn, 12-21 in the first. Predators Lightning, no score, 12:04. Blue Jackets 2, Bruins 0. Wow. Jenner's 11th goal and Marchment's 18th, 2-0 lead. Wow. Hey, Bills Mafia, what's up? Home team, woohoo. Wait, you're rooting for Carolina? Yeah, I guess you need help with the division first. I would think you'd be thinking about, I know, it's a tough call this time of year. Trying to catch Carolina, though, for the 1 seed, but I hear you. That was the call, hooking? I suppose. I don't know. I guess. All right, let's not miss anything while showing all these replays, though, please. Hey, Darsh Patel, hello to you. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Let's go, Buffalo. Yes. Yes. Kings for me, then Buffalo, then Montreal, then maybe Edmonton. Face off. Carolina power play. Blue line keeper. Far circle. Far corner. Far circle. Shot. Gosh, despair. Glove save. Held on by Dobish. 7-0 the shots. Canes. All right. 140 on the Canes power play. Face off in the far circle. Kept in at the blue line. Please, why are we doing the behind the net cam? Near boards. All right, there we go. Sent to the blue line. Gostish Bear with the puck. 11:30 to play. First period. Into the near boards. Far circle shot and a goal for Carolina. They take the 1-0 lead on the power play. Svechnikov's 26 from Jarvis and Aho at 11:23. They capitalize on the power play. Take the 1-0 lead. Blast glove side high to the far circle, far post. Just Dobish couldn't seal the near post, but it was just under the bar. I mean, it was just under the crossbar bar. Great one-timer by Svechnikov, and it's 1-0 Canes. Face-off, controlled, and Hudson sends it up. Taken away at the neutral ice for the Canes. Up the middle, shot blocked. Sent off the near boards. Suzuki saucer pass into the far corner. Chatfield sends it around. Caulfield couldn't get there. Kept in by Dobson, though. Suzuki sends it behind the net. Near corner, Chatfield. Pass ahead to the neutral ice. And near boards for Hall. And taken away. Stankoven sends one just wide of the net. Far boards. Pass to the slot. Stankoven shot blocked, I think, by Gooley. Off the far boards. A blast by Chatfield. Saved by Dobish. He hangs on at 10:31. I don't know if this is the 9th shot or not. The Gooley penalty was for hooking. It looked a little debatable. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha, Bills, gotcha. Okay. You know what? I've had enough. I'm going to give you a warning. I'm going to put you in a 5-minute timeout. If you can't withdraw from criticizing me, you're going to be banned. I don't know why it's so offensive that I wear a Montreal jersey. I'm not doing a good enough job. I mean, I've given you enough slack, Angela, between the last 2 days. I've about had my limit. I'll give you a 5-minute timeout. If you can't handle it, then you're going to be gone. You just won't be able to chat anymore. It's beginning to tick me off a little. Sent up the far boards and out. Carolina the other way. Far circle for the Canes. It's too many words to say. Ozone for the Canes. I mean, what else can I say? Far circle, near circle that tells you what side. Far side or near side. Far boards or near boards. I don't know what else to tell you. I try to say when the puck is carried in by a team into their ozone. Then if I say far circle and near circle, at least you have an idea where the puck is. Go to another channel if you don't like my call. That's all I can say. Keep your criticisms that are much in the minority to yourself. Shots are 10-0 Carolina. Towards the net, it's into the near boards. Kept in and sent up. Near circle, tipped out, neutral ice, taken over the blue line to the far circle. Shot by Stankoven, saved by Dobish. He hangs on. Is Dobish all right? He looked like he got injured on the play. Let's hear what we got. No, that's it. All right, we'll do the Svechnikov. Penalty. I don't know. Sorry. I try to be patient, but at some point I do reach my limit. I get it. I'm not above criticism, but telling me to take a jersey off when I just love hockey jerseys is ridiculous. The Montreal's my third favorite team. If the Kings can't do it, then they move up to my second favorite team in the playoffs, only behind Buffalo. I'm crossing my fingers Montreal and Buffalo don't meet up in the first round. I don't know what else to tell you. 11-0 the shots. All right, I'll stop complaining. 5-minute major, yes. For the timeout, yes. I didn't immediately ban her or hide her from the channel, but I put up with a lot yesterday, and I'm not going through the same garbage again today. Some of the criticism is valid. I do my best. I'm not above taking criticism, suggestions, or critiques, but telling me to take the jersey off is where I draw the line. Thanks, Kat. Yeah, I hear you. No, I know. I get it. People are trolls. We'll keep the insults to a minimum. I don't question anybody's intelligence. They're just trolls, internet trolls. Thanks, Dusty. I hope you guys understand. And I know I'd probably I shouldn't let it get to me. All right, we're back from commercial. Oh, yeah, men's tournament. Duke 26, UConn 21, 9-12 in the first half. Predators Lightning, no score, 4:55 first. Jackets 2, Bruins 0, 7:58 first. Oh, I forgot here, Svechnik. All right, we'll do Svechnikov's goal in a minute. Face off in the near circle, out to the neutral ice. Taken behind the net or into the near corner. I'm not going to wear a Kings hoodie and hat every hockey broadcast. It's just not going to happen. Blue line out as Gooley couldn't keep it in. Gooley pass. It's dumped in. Evans in the near corner, in the O-zone. Sends it behind the Carolina net. Bolduc sends it to the near corner. Back to the blue line. Keeper for Carrier. Centering at the point. Carrier shot. Deflected, but blocked. Again, I don't know if that went on net. Carolina gets it to the neutral zone. And it's taken by Montreal in the front of their own net as we are under 8 to go in the opening period. Why are we zoomed in on Anderson? I have no idea. Carolina's coverage is so odd. Into the near boards. Suzuki shot wide and out to neutralize. Matheson in front of the Montreal bench. Suzuki sends it near corner. Off the far boards. By the far circle, Matheson. Oh, he gets dumped. That looked like a cross check. No call. Sent out of the zone by Carolina. Into the near circle. Shot by Jarvis. Saved by Dobish. All right, at some point, Montreal did pick up their first shot, and they did take one away from Carolina. Dobson to the far circle, near circle, towards the net, saved. That was Newhook. And now it's 11-1 shots. We got a whistle. Puck went into the bench, I believe, at 6:55. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate the kind words, the reassurance, I guess, for lack of a better term. I got to just ignore it and move on. And I shouldn't highlight it either. That's a mistake I make too. I try to highlight all the chats, but after a while, I shouldn't bother. Blue line kept in. Hudson shot blocked. Carolina off the near boards. Hall at the red line. Into the O-zone. A drop pass. Miller trying to get it. Far circle. Centers. Oh, it just got tipped away into the neutral ice by Montreal. But it's sent up by, still battling at the neutral zone. Now Hall. Near circle. Centers towards the net. What a save. Where's the puck? They haven't blown the whistle. Any day now as we get pushing and shoving. I don't know. And Miller's helmet is off. At what point do you say that Dobish freezes the puck? That was a long wait on the whistle. Hall centered it. Dobish, it was loose, so that was Stankoven on the pass. Good glove save, but he did not freeze it. Hall with a great pass. Stankoven with a pretty good shot. Oh my gosh, how many times are we going to see this replay? I mean, we're on the fourth or fifth time already. Excuse me. 12-1 the shots. And that is reflective of how dominant Carolina's played. I think Montreal's fortunate to only be down 1-0 here. And we get a false start. Jankowski. They kicked Canadian out of the draw. It's going to be Bolduc stepping in against Jankowski. Bolduc wins the draw. Montreal sends it behind the net to the near corner. And pass off the far boards. And a dump in by Nikishin. Near boards. Out. Red line. Well, they dumped it in again. Gooley passes to the neutral zone. Montreal turns it over, and it's sent to the neutral ice. Now Montreal dumps it in again. But sent out to the far boards. Return pass, Goshis Bear to the neutral ice. Nikishin to the right, far side, and a dump in to the near circle. And taken out. Carrier up ahead. Too far for Gallagher, and they called icing on that. He hadn't carried the red. All right, 5:29 to play. First period, and an icing call on Montreal. All right. Near circle face-off. Stahl wins the draw for Carolina. They keep it in the O-zone. Near circle. Behind the net. Stahl has it in the far corner. Stahl skating towards the net. And do we have a penalty? I don't know what else this whistle could be for. Oh, Gooley and Ehlers were getting into it. Oh, that they caught the second person. Gooley actually started it for Montreal, but they give the penalty to Ehlers. I kind of, yeah. So Montreal gets their first power play. Gooley went after Ehlers and gave him a little tap, I guess. Maybe they didn't see it or they didn't think it was that egregious. And then Ehlers' payback is what drew the whistle. So we're at the 5:17 mark. The under 6 media timeout. 1-0 the score, Carolina, but Montreal head to the power play. And let's do the Svechnikov visualizer. He's in the far circle. Puck goes around to the near boards. Pass to the far circle, and he buried it. Glove side high, just over the shoulder, under the bar. Far circle to the far post. And Dobish, I mean, there wasn't much Dobish could do there. It was a cross-ice pass. That's on the defense to help him out. All right, Duke 35. This is the men's tournament, obviously. Duke 35, Yukon 21, 6:25 in the first. Predators and Lightning, no score, 2:31. Jackets 2, Bruins 0, 2:26 in the first. They called Ehlers for roughing. But I can't say I blame him. I mean, he took a little shot from, I already forgot. I think Gooley. Gooley had the hooking of Jordan Martinook, and now Ehlers has the roughing of Gooley, and that's been our only 2 penalties thus far. Near circle face-off in the O-zone for Montreal, but it's all the way down the ice. Picked up by the Habs behind their own net. Hudson brings it out. Hudson to the near boards. Now up the middle, Suzuki. Far circle. Sent around the net. And Carolina gets it. They pass it. They've got a 2-on-2. Martinook shot, saved by Dobish, and the rebound almost out to the blue line. Slavkovsky hadn't said his name yet. Suzuki up ahead. Blue line, near circle, Caulfield. Shot is blocked. Rebound. Sent over the top or to the side, I think. Somebody lost a stick for the Canes, and they clear it down the length of the ice. 1 minute remaining on the Montreal power play. All right, let me try to sync the clock as Montreal decides what they're doing. Dobson to the far board. So power play unit 2 out there. Dobson backhander saved by Anderson. Kept in near circle. Dobson again. Another shot saved. That one's deflected into the netting above the glass at 350. Still 12-2 on the shots. I thought Dobson had a backhander, not just that one from the near circle. Yeah, they had to have. They may have sent, unless that hit the side of the net. All right. TV thinks it's 12-3. Yeah, now it's 12-3. There we go. Near circle face-off, false start. And they kicked Kapanen out of the draw. Jankowski against... anyway, Montreal wins the draw. Shot by Dobson. Saved. Anderson couldn't clear it, though. It's in the near boards. Blue line, Dobson shot. I don't know if that got through. Under 20 to go on the power play. Shot from the far circle blocked. Jankowski trying to dig it out. Finally, Montreal to the red line. Into the ozone pass. Bolduc, far circle. He's in the far board. Shot from the far circle. Saved. Dobson towards the far circle. Tipped into the far corner. Bolduc battling. And Carolina has it. We're back to 5-on-5. All right, a few shots on goal there. Pardon the whistle for Montreal, but no goals on the power play. Or no goal on the power play. Behind the Carolina net. Gosh Despair sends it to the neutral ice. Montreal has it. Dump in by the Habs from Valeno. Into the far corner. All right. Taylor Hall pass now to the near side. Gosh Despair ahead. And behind the net. Oh, Gooley just got cross-checked. No call. He is injured. He is getting up slow. Oh, he is not happy either. That looked like a missed call. Miller passes at the blue line into the far corner. Picked up. And let's see. That is Stankoven. Back to the blue line. Blocked shot. Tipped into the netting above the glass. Time is 1:53 to go in the first period. NHL.com with 12-6 as the shots. It was just 12-1 not that long ago. Svechnikov's 26th on the power play is the reason the Canes are up 1-0. Jarvis and Aho on the assists. Aho on this face-off in the far circle. Face-off. Suzuki won it and not sent out by Habs, though. Held in by the Canes. Jarvis with the puck. Sends it behind the net. Aho back to the blue line. Gets it back in the near circle. Towards the slot. Taken away. And over the red line. Off the far boards. Tipped in by Caulfield. For Anderson behind the net. Plays it. And it's saucered to the neutral ice. Canes make a pass off of Hall's stick. Sent out. Actually, that may have been Slavin. That might have been 74, not 71. Far circle. That shot is blocked by Chatfield. Chatfield with the puck for the Canes. Chatfield ahead. And... oh, I thought Montreal was offside. No call. Suzuki trying to dig it out. Saucer pass ahead by Carolina. Dobson picks it up in the near circle. to the neutral ice, over the red, and off the near boards. Picked up by Miller. Takes it behind the Carolina net. Under a minute remaining. Under 40 actually now. Dump in by Carolina. Dobson sends it up. Kept in. Sent around by, oh my gosh, who is that? Martinook. He chases it in the far corner now. Gooley falls down again, but that was his own doing. Back to Miller. That shot saved. Taken behind the net. Ehlers centered. Got away. 8 seconds to go off the near boards. This should just about do it. 3 seconds. 2, 1. That is the end of the first period. 1-0 Carolina Hurricanes over the Montreal Canadiens. All right, we'll put that in the chat. End first. Don't forget to vote in the poll in the YouTube chat. We have 17 votes. 78% for Montreal, 22% for Carolina. Yeah. Montreal does lead the season series 2-0, but Carolina playing pretty well as of late. 13-6 the shots. Where was I going here? Yeah, updated the shots. 13-6 Carolina. Yeah, I might need to dim the blinds again. All right. Yeah, this is the third and final meeting between the two. Faceoffs 10-8 Montreal. 0-for-1 power play Montreal. 1-for-1 Carolina. 9-6 hits Carolina. 12-6 block shots Montreal. 5-2 giveaways Carolina. 2-1 takeaways Montreal. Yay, Canes. I think I'm the only one who voted. Yeah, I could figure it out, but 18 votes. 22%'s got to be more than a couple votes. Probably closer to 4. I'd have to figure it out. All right. In Tampa, Predators and Lightning scoreless through 1. First intermission. Jackets, Charlie Coyles, 18th on the power play. They take a 3-0 lead over the Bruins in Columbus, and they are at the first intermission. Later tonight, in a little over an hour and like 20 minutes, Blackhawks Devils. That one's on NHL Network if you have it. And Stars Flyers. I'm a little surprised NHL Network didn't switch to Stars Flyers. That would be the more important game, I think. I don't know. Yeah, that's the problem. Like, I think TNT, True TV, or HBO Max, whoever has the coverage, they're allowed to change their game. Like, I've missed out on some Sabres games lately. NHL Network, probably the same thing. So we will have 3 Sabre games coming up: Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. What's up, Bronson? All right, one more check here. Duke 44, Yukon 25, 2:54 in the first, starting to pull away. I wanted to... Excuse me. We'll go through the week. Oh, I hope you're enjoying the live stream. If so, please hit the like button on the video. Consider hitting the subscribe button to the channel Doing one or both does help with getting the channel recommended to other potential viewers, and this will help me grow the channel. And I thank you all for your support. If you already happen to have a Twitch account, please give me a follow there as well. It's the same live stream, co-live stream of what you see on YouTube. The advantage, though, is that one, it's quicker than YouTube, and as of now, it is ad-free. And we are closing in on 1,500 subs. Thanks for supporting the channel. All right, so coming up, thinking I might do the women's game at 6 tomorrow. I'm trying to make up my mind if it's worth it or not. We will have single games Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. NHL doubleheader Thursday. We'll figure out the weekend when we get closer. Although I'm going to have to figure it out before tomorrow night, I guess. I mean, I think we'll have a doubleheader Saturday. Not sure about Sunday, if it's possible. The big thing, and the Saturday, I don't know. Triple headers are tough. I'll consider it though. But Leafs Ducks tomorrow, important game for the Ducks in the Western Conference. For them, Islanders Sabres should be a good one Tuesday. Just no doubleheaders available. Blues Kings because the other game is on, TNT or something. Sabres Senators Thursday, and then Predators Kings because I didn't like the 9 o'clock game. I usually try to avoid 9:30 games. Then Blues Ducks on Friday. So 3 Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday we'll be doing the Sabres. I don't get the Canadiens game on Saturday. And I forgot when else they play this week. And then we'll have Ducks games Monday, Friday. I'm from North Carolina, so I have a soft spot for the professional teams. I'm too old to root for them, and once I pick a team, I'm loyal. Bills, Sabres, Celtics, Bills, Sabres, Celtics, A's. Whoa, that's rough with the A's, I hear you. Everything else, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the A's are doing. I don't follow baseball anymore. I'm from the Chicago area. Number one, I'm a Packer fan. My mom was from Wisconsin. I'm rooting for the Kings, but truly, I'm just a diehard Packer fan. I just want good hockey games. I do enjoy hockey. Got back into it watching the Blackhawks for free over the air. And then this year I thought, well, I lost the Hawks free over the air. Let's just start paying for the ESPN app to watch other games. So, all right, let me take a break. Yeah, these games aren't going to be out of intermission. This is going to be the first game back, other than Predators Lightning. I guess, well, let's get an update on that while I cue up the music. Yeah, wait a minute. What's with the... I think I need to tilt this down a little. Yeah, I can barely see the Whalers hat. It's so dark in the corner. Streaming on Fool's Day. How are you doing? Oh, on the, let's see, 31st. Yeah, the Blues Kings. Yeah, going to be probably lamenting another Kings loss at home. I'm good, though. Thank you. Hey, Dan Pod. Oh, no, that's all right. You didn't have to take it down. Been a Habs fan since I was a little kid. Fandom makes the sport. Yeah. Yeah, no worries, Dan. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I'm just kind of Montreal games do well on the channel. Buffalo games do well on the channel. And both teams are fun to watch, too. And for the most part, neither team is dirty either. That's why I'm pulling for them both. So Kentucky, that's why I root for the Wildcats when they play. Gotcha. Yes, you mean on, is that Wednesday the 1st? Yes. Let's see. Yeah, see, I don't get Ducks Sharks that night. I don't really want to do Canucks Avs. That's the worst team in the league versus the best team in the league. So we went with Blues Kings. Oh, no, you're good, Dan. You're good. No worries. Yeah, Islanders Sabres, no chance for a doubleheader. Not happy about that. Yeah, I got to figure out when the Habs play. Oh, okay. Habs are playing in the Lightning, and I haven't done the Sabres much at all, so I'm doing Islanders Sabres. Plus, Lightning games don't do great on the channel for whatever reason. Monday, there's like nothing but bad games, too, unfortunately. There wasn't much to pick from. Yeah, I'm sure Habs Lightning will be good, but I get frustrated watching the Lightning. Doing Sabres Senators. I mean, they're playing a Canadian team. Habs just are playing the same time as Buffalo, and they're playing the Rangers. Again, Rangers games do terrible. There must be competition. Leafs, I know there's competition. That's probably the hardest competition. Blues Ducks is the only game I even get on Friday. And we'll get to Saturday eventually. All right, yep, I'm going to take a quick break, get some water, rest my voice. Again, only final Rangers 3, Panthers 1. All right, let me cue up the music. Oh, that stinks. Habs games are blacked out. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for being here. Yeah, sorry I had Habs heavy this week. It's going to be Sabres heavy next week. Saturday, I don't get the Habs game, so I'm kind of bummed. Boy, I don't know. I guess this might be my last Montreal game for a bit. Yeah, thanks, Bills. I appreciate it. Yeah, so again, Bills, Sabres and Habs playing at the same time this week. The opponents, again, don't do well that Montreal's playing. Plus, I haven't done many Sabres lately because they were on, a channel I don't have. And then Saturday, that's the reason we're not doing Montreal that day is because I don't get the game. All right, let me cue up a little bit of music and take a break. Thanks, everybody. All right, we are back. Let me get out of the game and back in, just in case. Let me get rid of the music too. Yeah, speaking of blackouts and everything, last year, geez Louise, ESPN. I think one of my best games, like my most watched game until I did like WNBA, was a Blackhawks Montreal game when they were, they still had a chance at the playoffs last year. Montreal, obviously. I remember I had like an unexpectedly big, view count for that game. And again, this year it's Montreal and Buffalo who I get the most views from. So again, and I like watching both teams. Capitals games do well too, but I just don't like watching Tom Wilson. So, all right, underway. Whoops, wrong. All right, here we go. My mistake. Forgot to fix the clock. All right, sent up by Montreal, taken behind their own net. Carolina in red, left to right. Montreal in white, right to left. Carolina towards the net. It's into the far corner. Far circle shot. Saves. Somebody's behind Dobish, but now they're out of the crease. All right, sent off the near boards. Montreal, Suzuki pass. Slavkovsky sends one wide, kept in by Hudson. Now taken away over the red, into the far side, into the near, and sent into the far corner. Blake is there for Carolina, kept in by, sent wide. Who shot that? Oh, Walker. I keep forgetting Walker for some reason. All right, picked up to the near boards. That's got to be Blake. Now he takes it behind the net. Gets run into the near corner. Nobody has dug it out yet. Under 18.5 in the second period. Into the far corner. And taken away. Jack-Eye. Oh, we forgot to do the scratches. I'll try to remember that next commercial. Veleno sends it around to the far corner. Sent behind the net to the near boards. Slavkovsky sends it behind the net. Jack-Eye with a hit. Blake has it for Carolina. Cross-ice pass off the boards. Red line. Taken into the O-zone. Far circle towards the net. A backhander sent wide from the near circle. Kept in now by Carolina. Cross-ice pass. Stahl tried to shoot it. And it was sent away. But not out. Miller keeps it in for Carolina. Towards the net. Dobish with the save. And another shot. Martinook. And it's deflected into the far boards. Now kept in again by Martinook. Behind the Montreal net. Puck gets away and kept in. Again, off the far boards. Sent behind the net. Martinook with the puck. There's a long O-zone possession. Taken into the near corner. Yeah, the Habs have been out there over a minute. Some players up almost 2. Taken away finally. I think that's Demidov. I don't think I've said Demidov's name all game yet. Sent in again by Carolina. Dobish looking. Plays it to the near corner. Picked up by Demidov. Sent off the far boards. But shot there by... Who is that? Carrier. Number 28 for Carolina. He falls down behind the net. Carrier, number 45, on top of him for Montreal. Behind the net, into the near corner. Holy cow. Like, where's the clock for this possession? I don't know why Carolina doesn't have it. Wraparound, sent wide on the backhand. Not kept in this time. Wow, what a possession. I don't know if Montreal got their line change. Finally, Dobish sends it to the blue line. It's carried into the O-zone by Montreal. And into the near boards. Behind the net and into the far corner. Taken up by Montreal, near boards. Sent towards the net and a frozen puck by Anderson at 15:44. Shots are 16-6 Carolina. Oh, yeah. So Saturdays in Canada, we typically see every Canadian team's game on TV because I'm in the West. Eastern teams suffer the blackouts. Huh. That's so weird, yeah. Oh, you got rid of ESPN. Devils, Rangers, Isles, along with ESPN, TNT. Yeah. I know. I'm paying it because I don't have cable, satellite, or YouTube TV. And it's $300 for the year, so you get like 2 months free. I was just gonna string along at $12.99 a month just for hockey, but then I was, ESPN, the network, as we get a Canadian kicked out of the draw after, that's why this is taking so long. I'll get back to that in a minute. I was paying $13 a month for ESPN Select, so I don't know. I just elected. I was going to have to switch at the playoffs, and I just didn't want to keep switching back and forth. So I finally decided to do the 30. I thought I would get more involved with college sports too, but it's just not worth it. Near boards, and Deneau has it, and it's taken away. Carolina to the red line, to the far side. Stopped in the far circle, fell down. Jankowski sends it behind the Montreal net. Kept in by Chatfield. Shot. Blocked. Evans sends it out. It's going to be picked up by Slavin. All right. Pass taken over the red to the far circle. A shot save by Dobish into the near corner. 14:45 to play. Tipped into the far corner. Kept in by, let's see, Svechnikov. Finally, Montreal to the neutral ice and a dump in from the red line. Anderson plays it up the near boards. Taken alone to the near circle. Shot. Glove save. Dobish. He hangs on. A little bit of pushing and shoving behind the net as Hudson and the person who shot the puck crashed in the boards kind of hard. Anderson with a terrific pass. That was Jarvis on the shot. Nice glove save by Dobish. Hudson and Jarvis kind of, Hudson gave Jarvis a shove. That's what led to the very mild pushing and shoving. 18-7 are the shots. $14:22 to go, second period. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I kind of need unlimited though for like WNBA games that are on ESPN. That's why I hate to switch back. Pass into the far boards and, well, still waiting somebody to dig it out. Now Suzuki to Hudson behind the Montreal net. Saucer pass to neutralize. Picked up by Miller in front of his net. Miller up the near boards. And it's played off the far boards. Centering pass, Slavin shot, save or block into the far boards. Pass to the... Oh, they tied it. And then the net got off the moorings or pegs. Montreal gets the equalizer. What a pass to the slot. And just before the net got knocked off, they buried it to get the game tied up at 1 apiece. Suzuki's 25th from Caulfield and Hudson. Yeah, nice pass by Caulfield. Somebody crashed into the net late. Looks like it beat Anderson glove side high. Miller couldn't get there, and then somebody dove. Yeah, it was a Carolina player. Nobody near it for Montreal that knocked the net off. Oof, he hit the post hard, too. All right, new game here. 1-1, 13:42. In the middle period, 9-8 the shots. Suzuki's 25th. Boo. All right, into the into the far boards, taken away. New hook and behind the Carolina net. Into the near corner. Blake, gets hit. Chatfield sends it out. Neutral zone for the Canes. Taylor Hall, a drop pass. Oh, wide open Blake and a shot, and they saved Dobish. Rebound sent. Blocked. Picked up by Carrier. Long pass ahead. Tipped into the zone. Nope. Montreal offside. 13 minutes to go, actually, in the second period. Under 14 media timeout. 1-1 the score. No visualizer yet for Suzuki from Caulfield and Hudson. In the other games, Predators just got a goal. We don't know who scored it yet. 1-0 on the Lightning. Ugh. So I have to root for the Lightning to help the Kings with the Predators. But 11:29. Joachim Kemmel is first from Forsberg and Barron. Jackets still up 3-0 on the Bruins, 14-12 in the second. Hawks Devils on NHL Network, less than an hour, and Stars Flyers, less than an hour. Local coverage for that one, or the ESPN Plus, which you need an ESPN Select or Unlimited Zook for to see. All right, halftime. Duke up 15, 44-29 in UConn in the final Elite Eight game. All right, 1 second. All right, back from commercial break. All right, where's this face-off going to be? It should be in the near circle, I believe, in the Montreal end. How many times? I'm going to see the shot, too. Oh, 20-8 are the shots. I guess. No, that's right. I forgot Montreal was offsides. That's what happened before we went to the media timeout. All right, off the near boards, up the ice. Veleno picks it up, takes it up the near boards. Pass gets away, and it's tipped in behind the Montreal net. Matheson to the far boards and sent up. And a whistle for icing on Montreal. 12:27 in the second period. 20-8 the shots, Carolina, but it just got tied up at 1 by Montreal. Jackets play the Canes on Thursday, it looks like. Towards the net, a save by Adobish. I think that was Bear on the shot. Stahl tried to center it, and Jackeye, kept in at the blue line, though, by Carolina. Behind the Montreal net into the near corner. Taken up by Valeno and dumped in to the far circle. Picked up by the Canes. That is Nikishin. Blue line, red line pass into the ozone to the far corner. Stahl couldn't get to it, and it's now behind the net into the near corner. Now Deneau has it near circle behind the Montreal net now. All right, now the breakout. Pass to the neutral ice and carried in by Montreal. Taken away. Oh, knocked away from Evans, and finally Carolina has the puck. Taylor Hall, pass up the far boards, neutral ice, taken over by Montreal. Habs are getting a line change. They're back in their own zone. Bolduc up ahead. Carried in by Slafkovsky. Deneau tried to center it. It got blocked. Blue line blast. Struble. Rebound. Slafkovsky wide into the near corner. Kept in by Montreal to the far circle. Pass to Struble. Oh, I think Suzuki whiffed. It didn't get much on it. It's behind the net. And Carolina sends it to the neutral ice. Taken up by Stankoven, center towards the net, and nice save by who is it? Dobish. Sent up again by Montreal. And neutral ice pass. Carolina off the near boards. Svechnikov passes to the far boards, knocked away by Demidov. Carries the red line into the ozone, into the near corner. Sent ahead by Carolina off the far boards to the far circle. Shot and a glove save by Dobish. And he hangs on. That was Jarvis on the shot. 9:46 to play. We're halfway through the game. 1-1 the score. 23-8 are the shots. Yes, Newhook is playing. Yes. Okay, let's look at the scratches. We need to do the Suzuki goal, I think, too. Okay, for Montreal. Oh, okay, Anderson is out. He's a scratch. Doc is still injured, I believe. Texier, I think, as well. And Montembeault is just the odd man out in the three goalie rotation. Dobish with Fowler as his backup. Fowler was the goaltender yesterday. For Carolina, Riley, Delorier, and Kotkaniemi are your scratches. All right, now the visualizer. Yeah, so Newhook, I've seen him a little bit. Newhook is out there. All right, Suzuki. He is coming up the middle. Pass to Caulfield. Suzuki the trailer and buries it. Glove side. Pass to Anderson. A great pass by Caulfield. Still Predators 1, Bolts 0 in Tampa, 8:43 in the second. Jackets 3, Bruins 0, 11:06 to play in the second in Columbus. Rangers 1 at home, 3-1 over the Panthers, and that means the Kings have the second worst home record in the league by points, only ahead of the worst team in the league, the Vancouver Canucks. And the Kings have 7 of their last 10 at home. All right, just about set to return. All right, far circle face-off. Controlled by Carolina. To the point, to the near boards. Tipped into the netting, I believe, above the glass. I think Nikishin was on that shot. 9:37 to go, second period. Face off in the near circle. Face off controlled by Carolina. Far boards. Pass deflected to the slot. Over the blue to the red and dumped in. Nope, taken right out by Martinook and sent in to the far corner. Stahl couldn't get there though. Now it's in the near corner. And a saucer pass to neutral ice. Gostish Bear picks it up. Montreal looking for a line change. Quickly off the near boards and up ahead. Martinook centers to the far. It goes into the far corner though. Demidov could not get it out, and Chatfield keeps it in. Now picked up by Dobson behind the net. Dobson up the middle. Pass. Tipped away. Up ahead. Demidov takes it. He sends a backhander wide. Couldn't quite get the handle. And Carolina takes it out. Red line. Dump in by Taylor Hall. Behind the net. Into the near corner. And now the far corner. Hall passes. Struble trying to get it. Hudson trying to get it. Hall trying to get it. It's pinned up against the boards. Blake got knocked down. Puck is still along the boards. Far circle. Pass to the blue line. Miller's shot. Big rebound. Poke checked out of there by Dobish. And far circle towards the net. Backhander save. Rebound into the near circle. Sent around. That shot was by Stankoven. Near boards. Sent into the near circle. Now skated out. Hudson quickly up the left side. Crossover. Far circle. Shot or pass. Missed Kapanen. And now the other way for Walker. Far circle. And what's this? Is this a penalty or delay? Wait, what was this call here? Hold on.
We'll get to the too many men in a second, but
too many men on the ice.
that's a perfect shot. It's just a better shoulder reaction from Dobish.
Yeah, Dobish had a great shoulder save. May have hit his mask too. Maybe those two different shots.
Guilty of too many men on the ice.
All right, who got the call? Carolina. Who's serving it? I'll just put, I don't know who's serving it. Oh, Blake is serving it. So Montreal power play. Did you stream when the Canes nailed Bobby 9-2? Probably not. Been doing Buffalo, Montreal, and LA for a while. Edmonton here and there. Now Anaheim too. Far circle. Canes games don't usually draw that well for me for some reason. I don't know if there's competition. I'm guessing. I know there is for like Toronto and the Rangers for sure. Down low. Far face-off circle, wide, maybe for Edmonton too, truthfully. All right, Suzuki passes, far circle. Suzuki gets it back, down low. Oh, Caulfield, where did it go? Deflected into the netting above the glass. Had a good opportunity there, sent it too high. So, again, a power play for Montreal as Carolina had too many men on the ice. Face off. Sent behind the net. It's in the near corner. And cleared by Carolina. Dobish taps it up ahead to Hudson. Under 6.5 to play in the middle period, and now 1 minute remaining on the Canadiens power play. over the red, into the near board. Slavkovsky centered. Suzuki tipped it. Rebound. Where's the puck? Behind the net. Suzuki to the far circle and tipped out of the zone by Carolina. Good play by Robinson. Now it's behind the Carolina net. A nice hit. Far boards. Blue line keeper sent into the far corner. Miller sends it up and out down the length of the ice. Dobish taps it, and it's picked up by Slavkovsky. 17 seconds on the power play. One more rush, maybe. Over the red. Pass to Bolduc, who lost it. Jarvis going the other way. Aho to Jarvis. Far circle towards the net. Save Dobish. He freezes the puck at 5:27. Still 1 second remaining on the power play. Shots are 24-10. Eddie Jr. Oh, yeah. Is that like Kool-Aid Man? Oh, yeah. Yep. Jankowski. I'm not Jankowski. Jarvis. Pretty good shot there. All right. So no under 6 media timeout. I guess because of the power play. It has to be. Now we're at full strength. Sent up ahead. Red line, though, dump in by Carolina. Dobich to the far corner. Sent up by Carolina. This is going to, Montreal, this is icing. 5-12. Lightning tie it up 1-1. Jake Gensel's 35th. Bruins still down 3-0. All 3 games here in the second period. Wait, they put a second back on? 5:13? Okay. Could we just drop the puck? We're still waiting. And we got a false start. Now we got to do it again. Suzuki won the draw. Montreal saucered it to neutral ice. Gostish Bear sent it out, and it's sent back in by Montreal. Gostish Bear near corner. Kept in by Matheson. Tipped towards the slot, and just, another takeaway. Gallagher's shot is blocked by Nikishin. Battle for the puck for Newhook and Nikishin. Sent up the near boards. And, finally taken into the ozone for Carolina in the far board. Sent to the far corner. Hall picks it up. Hall back to the blue line. Towards the slot. And Stahl, a shot. Tipped up in the air. Gloved into the near corner. Ref waved his arms. I wonder if one of those hit the post. All right. Neutral ice. Now Stahl with the puck in the near circle. All the Habs have been out there close to 2 minutes. They desperately need a line change. They just had an icing. Shot, save, and into the near circle. Shot was another one from the blue line in the crease and then sent to the far circle. Miller with the puck for the Canes. Blue line, keeper. Another shot blocked into the far boards. And hey, Bon, what's up? Thanks for being here. Thanks for the like. Montreal, everybody's been out there 2 minutes, some 2.5. Taken behind the net. Centering pass. Where's the puck? Just outside the crease. Finally sent out by Montreal off the boards. They're trying to scramble for a line change. And sent in. I don't know how many. It looks like one player got changed. Evans is fresh. And Deneau. So they got 2 changed. Sent around or blocked. Taken. I think Maybe Deneau received a high stick. This might be a Carolina penalty. 2:48, we got the under 6 media timeout. We'll find out shortly as they head for a break. 27-10 the shots, Carolina, but 1-1 the score. Thank you, Bon. Appreciate it. Howdy, Bon. Yep, from Bills. All right, just mentioned Gensel tied it up. His 35th from Radish and Dostu. Lightning in Tampa, 1-1, 4:09 to go, second period. In Columbus, Jackets had the 3-0 lead after one. It's 5:53 to go in the second now. And I thought there was a penalty coming up, but they have not posted it yet. Let's check the game sheet. I'm not sure why they blew the whistle then if there wasn't a penalty. No penalty. I don't know what the whistle was for then. Let's check the play-by-play. It says puck frozen. I didn't see a frozen puck. They were focusing on I thought Deneau because I thought he received a high stick, and it was Carolina's coverage too. And they took a shot away from Carolina. All right, back from break. Pez dispenser Taz just bit the dust. Stretched a little too high. Ugh. There we go. All right, face off in the near circle. Montreal wins the draw, sends it up the near boards. Over the red, and Carolina sends it in. But this is going to be whistled for icing. And I forgot to start the clock. 2:39 to play, second period. Face off, and Carolina sends it to the neutral ice. Pass taken. Montreal up the middle. Suzuki to the far circle shot and a goal. Caulfield with what is 46? And the Habs take the 2-1 lead. What a play by Suzuki to set up Caulfield with 2:28 to go in the second period. It's suddenly 2-1 Montreal after they trailed 1-0 after one. Looks like Anderson got beat blocker side high. Far circle to the near post. Yep, that's what it was. Great individual effort by Suzuki, and I think that might have went under his arm. Actually, it may not have been that high. Caulfield from Suzuki and Hudson. Caulfield's 46th goal of the year. And we're back underway. 2:22 in the second. Jobic to the near boards. Aho sends it behind the net. Jarvis with the puck in the far corner. Into the near boards. And finally to the neutral ice for Montreal, but quickly, well, now it's dumped in, I think, by Evans. Carolina behind their own net, up the middle, pass to the near boards, tipped ahead, and Evans with the puck. Evans pass to Bolduc. Bolduc to the near circle. A shot saved by Anderson. It goes into the far boards. Kept in by Suzuki, but now sent out by Aho. Montreal getting a couple changes. Neutral ice, now back into their own zone. Under a minute and a half in the second period. Sent in by Montreal. No icing. Sent out from the far corner. Taken away. Montreal, far circle. Tipped towards Slavkovsky. Now Caulfield in the near corner. Blue line keeper by Gooley. Behind the net by Slavkovsky. Into the far circle. Taken by Jarvis. Passed and sent in by Carolina. Matheson behind his own net for Montreal. Pass to Slavkovsky. Far boards. Actually, he got the pass there. I don't know who that was. Offsides called on Montreal at 43.2. And another boo from Bills Mafia. Yeah, but if Carolina loses, that helps you get the 1 seed, though. That would I don't know. I mean, we need Gracie to give her ruling. As another Sabre voice. I guess they kicked Evans out of the draw for Montreal. It's Gallagher. No, Newhook now. Newhook won the draw, and Hudson dumps it in from the near boards, red line. All right, under 30 seconds to go. Near boards. Carolina turns it over. Sent ahead by Montreal. That was icing, though. At 19.6. So Suzuki with a 2-point night. Same for Hudson. Same for Caulfield. They all have 2 points on 2 goals. Hudson 2 assists. 2 assists. Caulfield and Suzuki a goal and assist. Yeah, I'm having trouble enunciating here. Far circle face-off. And another whistle. 14.5. What's this for? Oh, penalty coming up on Carolina. Tripping number 50. Yep, that's the correct call. Along the boards, put a stick in the skates and gave a tug and tripped a Hab. 14.5 seconds to go. Montreal on the power play. Robinson, the 2-minute mire for tripping. Under 10 seconds to go. Towards the net. Tipped in. I see the goal light. Didn't see it cross, but they say a goal, and it's 3-0 at 5.8. I'm sorry, 3-1, 5.8. A 3-0 run here in the second period for Montreal. Yeah, on the doorstep was Suzuki. I think he got 2 shots at it. Demidov to Slavkovsky to Suzuki. Yeah, he tapped it in. Anderson made the initial save, but the defense completely ignored Suzuki on the backside or weak side, and he made him pay. Actually, 6.7 to go now. 3-1 Montreal. What a second period. Usually their weakest period, and that'll do it. We have hit the second intermission. Suddenly 3-1 after really Carolina had dominated the game and just didn't have much to show for it, though. Only leading 1-0 and angry. All right, hold on. Let's get the timer up there. Well, we'll have plenty of Sabre games coming up this week, and we'll have to just keep an eye on Montreal. All right, 26-14 are the shots. All right, we got the timer going for the duration of the second intermission and about when the third period draw will start the third period. I don't think we did the Caulfield. We'll do the Caulfield visualizer. We'll get the second Suzuki. Caulfield is 13. He's in the far boards. Now he's at the red line. Taken away. Suzuki brings it up. Centers the Caulfield to the far circle and buried it. Great play by Suzuki. Suzuki's goal, they passed it like Slavkovsky was in the far circle and Suzuki was just waiting on the doorstep outside the crease in the near side, you know, and nobody seemed to pick him up on the power play. Exactly. The Habs getting dominated in shots, but they're making them count. And again, surprising because usually the Habs struggle in the second period, but maybe that's a home thing. I don't know. Maybe they're okay on the road. Yeah, 3 for 14. That's a pretty high percentage. Don't forget to vote in the poll. We have 30 votes. 73% Montreal, 27% Carolina. And here's the Suzuki power play goal visualizer. Slavkovsky and Demidov on the assist. So Hudson has it. Demidov far circle, down low. Slavkovsky, yeah, wide open. I don't know what Hudson was doing. I'm not Hudson. Martinook. We'll do it one more time. You'll see nobody watches Suzuki at all. I don't know who they thought had him. Maybe they thought Slavin was going to grab him. I think Martinook got caught trying to keep an eye on Caulfield, and rightfully so. Who has clinched? That's a good question. We'll take a quick look at the standings. No, nobody's clinched. The only two teams to clinch are the Avs and the Stars in the West, 106 and 99 points. So I think it's tougher to clinch in the East just because Ottawa's so good with 86 points, whereas you look at Kings have 10 less points. Oh, excuse me. Might be another one coming. But yeah, that's why nobody in the East is clinched, is just because the 9th place team has 10 more points than the, yeah. Yep. Again, just Avs and Stars. I got to think the Wild are close, though. Let's see. The Kings have 9 games. The most the Kings can get is 18 points. That would give them 94. I'm not sure why they haven't clinched yet. They got to be close, though. I would think one more point or one more Kings loss would get the Wild clinched because the Kings can't get to 95 points. So the Wild would clinch with one more point, I would think. If Carolina somehow comes back and wins, they would have 100 points. Senators, most they can get is 18. So they could get to 104. So 105 points would clinch. So the Canes and the Sabres are like 7 points away, I think, from 7 points away from clinching, or any more Ottawa or well, it's 2 teams, Ottawa and Detroit at 86. Max of 104 for them. Same with the Flyers, though. The Flyers have 10 games left. They could get to 104. So it's going to take 105, I think, to clinch in the East. In the near future. And again, I would think the Wild clinch with one more point. Did the Wild play today? No. I don't think so. Oh, thanks, Dan. We need a Montreal win. Hey, Bucks. Canes, happy the Kings are losing. Yeah. Everybody rooting for how it affects their standings. I get you. But thanks everybody for being here. All right. Yeah, we can look at the standings more later. I think we got all the how many points win the division. That I might be able to find a website for. Hey, let me take a look. Why is my Oh, come on. What? Yeah, I don't know how to read this. These numbers are super tiny. I thought I had a better. Maybe I should just look up clinching scenarios. NHL clinching scenarios. $2026, maybe. What? This is. He's got to be old. They're talking about. Well, don't trust AI. They are way off in the East. They're talking about the Leafs and the Panthers. What? That is not even close. Why do we only get NHL for the 22nd? Yeah, I don't know. I can't find the site I used to use too. So yeah, it looked AI was bad. Like they were talking about Toronto and Florida getting in. I'm like, what? Like they had the West correct, but the. And let me just look up NHL Eastern Conference then. Whoops, wrong. Let's see. I don't know. This is terrible. Yeah, I don't know. I can't find the one site I was using. Why are they talking about the Panthers? They're nowhere near. Why do they keep screwing up the East? I don't know where this Panthers stuff is coming. May. That's last year. Why are they talking? Oh, brother. Yeah, I don't know. I tried. The AI was zero help, too. Yes, 3-1 Montreal. Yes, thank you. I should put that in the chat. Sad to see Stamkos versus old team. Yeah. He's got 30 goals. I remember people saying early in the year he didn't have it anymore. And, you know, he's over 30 goals. So he's still got it. At least for the power play. I mean, that was never in doubt. Anybody could have used him to beef up their power play if the Preds were looking to move on. All right, before I forget, if you're enjoying the live stream, be sure to hit that like button on the video. Consider hitting the subscribe button to the channel if you haven't already. Doing one or both does help with getting the channel recommended to other potential viewers. This will help me grow the channel, and I thank you all for your support. If you happen to have a Twitch account, please follow Sinbin Stream there as well. It's just a co-stream of what you're seeing here on YouTube, but the difference is it's much quicker, and also it is, as of now, ad-free. It's all free, YouTube and Twitch. No subscription. Like, subscribe, follow. YouTube paid things are memberships. There's no paid membership as of now. I had one earlier, but I didn't feel like I was living up to enough incentives to keep it going. Duke 62, Yukon 52, 7:47 to go in the second. Predators and Lightning 1-1 second intermission. Jackets 3, Bruins 0 second intermission. Blackhawks Devils in about 10 minutes. NHL Network, if you have that, that's available. Stars Flyers also. Only one final. Rangers 3, Panthers 1. All right, let me take a quick break and I'll be back. Let me cue up the music. Miss him, wish we kept him. Yeah, I'm sure. Hey, you got Corey Perry back. Boston losing is good. Yeah, I hear you. All right, let me get the music and I will get back momentarily. A real quick break. Forgot where we were on the music. I'll try to find one song to fit. All right, there we go. Thanks. Let's make music. All right, any day. I don't know why ESPN Plus is at commercial break. I even got out of the app and back in. Great, they are underway. Whoops, sorry, hit the wrong button. All right, finally back from commercial. All right, center ice draw. Montreal in white going left to right. Taken away by Slavin. Carolina in red going right to left. Caulfield in the far boards. Taken to the far circle. Shot wide into the near, now behind the net. Back to the slot. A shot was wide by Aho. Now behind the Montreal net. And they may have increased the shot. So we got a whistle at 19:31. Another penalty.
This game even trailing 3-1 that they've been in quite some time. Svechnikov hits the iron on the short side. You get puck retrieval.
Okay, what's the penalty? Carolina penalty. No, Carolina power plays. Suzuki tripping. All right, never mind. Thinking in terms of my score bug, not the way the NHL does it. All right, Svechnikov. Who else is out there? Stahl to take the draw. Looks like Aho. Those are the forwards. And guess what? False start on the draw. These damn refs are unbelievable. Or these linesmen are unbelievable on these face-offs. All right, underway finally. Down behind the Montreal net. Aho in the near circle. Back to the blue line. Pass to Aho. Down low. Towards the net. Jarvis sent one to Stahl in the slot. Now far circle. Tipped wide into the near corner. Aho with the puck. From the near circle. Down low. Gets it back. Aho to the point. Blast. I think by Chatfield. Nope. Gostish Bear. Kept in by Aho at the blue. Drop pass back to Gostish Bear. Aho, far circle. Gostish Bear back to the far circle. Shot. Dobish saves it and hangs on at 18:43. Panthers hangover, tired cup runs. Yeah. Well, they lost somebody for the year, though, too, right? I forgot who that was. I mean, not that one player is going to turn it around, but that was a pretty big loss. I'm blanking on his name, though. That, and I just think Bobrovsky's getting old. Sent down the length of the ice and picked up by Nikishin. I mean, everybody wants to remember his first fight, but I don't think he was that good this year. He showed flashes, but just not consistent. In the far boards, Carolina still. Ehlers, near circle, behind the net, and not out for Montreal. Now they finally get it out. Down the length of the ice. Still 35 seconds on the Carolina power play. Yeah, Barkov, thank you. I couldn't think of it. Yeah. I think Barkov missed like the whole year. Sent around by Matheson and down the length of the ice. 20, now 18 on the power play. Picked up by Nikishin, far circle. 12 seconds. One more rush for Carolina. Ehlers brings it in. Far boards, far circle. Towards the net. Centered. And blocked. Nikishin's shot. We're back to 5-on-5. And pass ahead, but picked up by Taylor Hall and sent in again. Ehlers gets the puck. It's Stankoven behind the net. Blake with it in the far boards. Montreal the other way, over the red, into the O-zone. Newhook sends it to the near corner. Oh, lost the Demidov lost it in the near circle. Sent out. Nope, taken away by Suzuki. Near corner. Suzuki. Now taken away by Carolina. Hudson at the neutral ice for Montreal. Pass to the far side. Probably Struble. Back behind the net for Hudson. 29-14 the shots. Carolina. 3-1 the score. Montreal with 3 goals in the second for Montreal. Pass ahead behind the net. Anderson plays it to the near boards. Valeno trying to get to it. Stahl sent it behind the net. They send it up the far boards. This is going to be, well, not icing. Never mind. All right, Jackeye with a hit. The puck, I think, was offsides, though. Gooley a little slow to get up. Here, what happened to Gooley? Now he's up. 16-13 to play in the third. Wait, Tampa? Oh, yeah, 1-1. Yeah, I need them to beat the Predators to give the Kings any hope. Oh, Gooley took a hit by Carrier? Yeah, number 28 on Carolina. That's why Gooley was slow to get up in the far corner. All right, far corner face-off in the Montreal defensive zone. Gooley does not send it out. It's kept in by Nikishin. Far boards, Ehlers. Towards the crease. Where's the puck now? It's frozen by Dobish. 15:58 to play in the third. Ow, that was my knee. Yep. 1-1 Nashville, Tampa. 3-0 Columbus against the Bruins. Duke 69, Yukon 65, 2:35 to play in the second. Okay, that game ended up tightening up. Stahl just got kicked out of the draw in the far circle. Can't see who replaced him for the Canes. Face-off controlled by Carolina. Shot was wide into the near corner. Gostisbehere keeps it in. Stahl takes it towards the net. Through the crease into the far circle somehow. Still kept in by Martinook. Now Carolina finally gets it to neutral ice. I don't know if anybody got changes there, though. Skated up by Gostisbehere to the far circle. Blue line keeper for... Nope, taken out. Somehow by Montreal, a player that was on his butt on the ice. Bolduc heading off for a line change. Miller skates it in for Carolina. Center's shot by Aho was wide. Into the far boards. Behind the net. Near corner. 31-14 the shots. Carolina. In the far circle. Aho lost it. Pass to Caulfield, who sends it up to the red line. Breakaway, though. Suzuki stops, sends it towards the net, and it's missed. But a penalty coming up on Carolina. Looks like it's going to be on Svechnikov.
Assuming that Cody Beach is going to call a hook.
Carolina 37 has 2 minutes for hooking.
Well, let's take a look here.
Hooking on Svechnikov. Call. Montreal power play. I think it's a good call. He hooked Caulfield, and that's why Caulfield couldn't put the puck in the net. But he kind of had to do that penalty because... Oh, I think Aho hit the post on that nice pass from Miller. Yeah, that was... I mean, the crossbar, actually. All right, power play for Montreal. It's cleared down the length of the ice by Carolina. Behind his net, Dobish. Taking up the far boards. Hudson, a drop pass. Brought up by Suzuki to the red line. To the near circle. Caulfield near corner. Saucer pass down and a clear. by Carolina. 130 on the power play for Montreal. Behind the net, up to the near boards, taken at the red line. Slavkovsky drops it back. Suzuki carries it in. Far circle. Blue line keeper. Shot. Glove save held on by Anderson. 13:55. (31-14). Come on, that last one wasn't a shot. I mean, I don't know if they're arguing that that wasn't a hook, but I don't know. Maybe because he got the stick and not, I don't know. Face off in the far circle. Oh, come on. Drop the puck, man. Nobody cares. And I mean no one other than you. And maybe the other linesman. Sent out down the length of the ice by Carolina. Still 1 minute on the Montreal power play, though. Gallagher's pass gets away, and I think I couldn't see who cleared it for Carolina. Okay, they did finally give Montreal their shot. Montreal carries it in. 35 seconds on the power play behind the Carolina net. Near corner, now behind the net again. Far corner. Bolduc gets there. Bolduc looking. Passes to Gallagher. Gallagher near circle. Shot was wide into the far corner. 15 seconds on the power play. Blue line keeper. Along the boards. Pass. No, deflected. Carolina with a 2-on-1 if they hustle. Far circle towards the net. Save by Dobish. And big rebound. And it's at neutralized. And now we're back to 5-on-5. Another breakaway and a shot off the glass into the far corner. Neutral. Well, now taken away again. Slavin. A pass and a shot by Svechnikov was wide. They're actually 32-16 are the shots now. 12-12 to play in the third. Chatfield, a blue line shot. That's into the near corner. Ooh, that looked like a boarding call missed on Svechnikov. Bolduc in the far circle sends it behind the net. And Carolina going the other way. Svechnikov up ahead to Aho, far circle. Aho pass. Chatfield in the far circle. Takes it to the far corner, sends it behind the net. Taken away by Hudson and a pass to the neutral ice. Suzuki couldn't get there though. Taken away. Taylor Hall towards the net. Poke checked away. Chatfield with the puck. Chatfield over the red. I'm sorry, not Chatfield. Caulfield. Caulfield to Slavkovsky. Slavkovsky and Suzuki trying to dig it out. Blake for Carolina. Taken away. Carolina up to Hall. Over the red. And dumped into the far corner. Behind the net to Taylor Hall. Centers it. Shot. Tipped and a rebound for Nikishin. Sends it to the blue line. Pass to the near corner. Gostisbehere to the far circle. Near circle for Stan Coven. Blue line. And sent around to the far corner. Gooley sends it to the near boards, and it's sent to the neutral ice by Montreal. 10:40 to play in the third. Still 3-1 Montreal. Taken away by Evans. Up to the far circle. Towards the net and steered aside. Veleno rebound for Montreal behind the net. Veleno falls down behind the net. Blake loses it. Bolduc takes it away. And Nikishin, well, not out. Kept in by Montreal. 10:10 to play. Near corner. Pass gets sent to the neutral ice. Gloved down by Hudson, he'll take it behind the net. Under 10 to play in the third. Presumably, at least the forward's getting a change for Montreal. All right, pass up the far boards, tipped and taken away. Near boards. Off the near boards, and now Carolina sends it out. Near circle to the far circle, shot. Rebound into the nearest boards and out. Under 9.5 to go. And taken up. Ehlers to the far circle. Shot. That was high. Miller keeps it in. Nope, now they couldn't keep it in. I think, is Miller out there with Slavin? No, that was Stahl. All right. All right, Miller with the puck as Carolina gets a line change in his own zone. 9 minutes to play in the third. Sent off the far boards and into the far corner. Behind the net. Trying to dig it out of the near boards. I think it was Hudson. 3 players each team trying to dig this one out. And then 2 more for each team nearby. Robinson, Carrier for Carolina. Finally, it's into the far boards. Chatfield sends it in again. Into the far corner. Behind the net. Centering pass or wraparound. No good. Saucer pass to the blue line. Evans at neutral ice. And Robinson got it away, but now looks like Hudson behind his own net. Believe Carolina getting a forward change. Okay, zoom in, camera operator. We don't need to see half the ice. Pass ahead down the length of the ice. And icing at 7:57. Wanted to make sure it was, in fact, icing. Tampa having problem. No Hedman, no Cook. Other guys not playing. Oh, 3-2 Lightning, 9:35 in the third. So that's good. Corey Perry's 15th. Oh, thanks, Bon. Have a good one. All right, back underway. Shot blocked into the near boards. Under 7:50 to go. Up ahead and far circle for Carolina. Taken away, Slavkovsky. Centers it. Caulfield shot blocked, I think, into the far corner. Near disaster there for Carolina. Svechnikov couldn't get it out. Slavkovsky got hit. Suzuki neutral ice. Slavkovsky with Caulfield. Far circle towards the net. Saved by Anderson. Rebound to Miller. 7:15 to play in the third. Up ahead. Sent to the slot. Knocked away by Montreal. They take it to the neutral ice and dump it in from the red line. Off the stick of Veleno. Behind the net, or far corner, Carolina with the puck. Pass to the near boards for Hall. Up the left wing. Hall looking at the blue line. Pass to Nikishin in the corner. Stankoven centering pass. Blast from the far circle. Did not get through. Puck sent to the near corner. Under 6:40 now. Gostisbehere blocked into the far boards. And pass out to neutral ice. Picked up by Blake. Montreal getting a line change. I think Carolina as well. Into the near boards for Blake. And a whistle at 6:17. Didn't see for what, though. Believe we're due the under 10 media timeout. Maybe the under 14? I don't know. All right, we head to the media timeout, and it's still 3-1 Montreal. Shots are 32-18. All right, let's take a look at the scoreboard. I'll also catch up on the chat. Oh, they're resting people? No, I know. Every time I think it's icing and it's not. That's why I don't even bother to call it anymore. Bolts 3, Nashville 2. Yes, with 9:35 to play, thanks to Corey Perry's 15th at 6:52 into the third. Bruins have come back. They're down 3-2. McAvoy's 11th. And wait a minute. Zaka's 27th. 1-0 Hawks. Ilya Mikheyev's 15th from Frondell. That game's on NHL Network. No score, Stars Flyers 13-38. Yeah, I thought about doing that game, but I want to do Montreal. All right, you know what? Let's make them all visible for the rest. Just lower this a little bit. Cut that off, though. All right, back from break. UConn 73-72 with 1 second. Holy crap. Deep 3. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. I like college basketball. Oh, too many men on the ice. And they're going to have Demidov serve it. So Carolina on the power play. Carolina down by 2 goals here at home. Aho, Stahl, Svechnikov, Jarvis, Gostisbehere. The power play unit 1 out on the ice. At the point, now to Aho. Shot blocked into the far corner. Sent down the length of the ice by Montreal. 6:05 to play. Skated up by Gostisbehere, drops it back. Skated up by Ehlers, I think. Or is it? Yeah. Backhander blocked, and now Montreal clears it. The first attempt was blocked. Nice. So Duke lost. UConn wins 73-72. Nicely done. Nice. Far circle. Back to the blue line. So UConn has the men's and the women's in the Final Four. Far circle. Gostisbehere to Svechnikov. Gostisbehere. Back to Gostisbehere. Blocked shot by Danault. Shot another blocked shot by Montreal. 50 seconds on the power play. Carolina still has it in the O-zone. Down low. Far circle. Shot was blocked. Again, backhander sent wide by Svechnikov. Gostisbehere to, well, now behind the net. Far boards. Slapper wide into the near boards. Off the stick. I missed who had that. Who had that shot? Oh, Jarvis. How did I forget Jarvis is 24? I'll never know. All right, time for one last rush on this power play for Carolina. They are going super slow. Nikishin, drop pass. 8 seconds. Red line, Taylor, Hall. Pass. Far circle, taken away. That'll do it. Sent down the length of the ice by Montreal. 4:15 to go. We are back to 5-on-5. No shots on goal for Carolina in that 2-minute 5-on-4 man advantage. Chatfield sends it off the boards. Carrier for the Canadiens in the far corner. Tipped away. Blue line keeper. Sent towards the net. Slavin, Blake with a good shot and a nice save by Dobish into the near boards. Off the boards now for the... Now other way. Hall, shot, save. Rebound taken by Montreal. Suzuki tips it to neutral ice. And now Blake to the near boards for... Who is that? Can't see his number. Oh, Slavin. All right, how soon? They got to start thinking about pulling Anderson. They're down 2. Shot from the neutral zone and a glove save and held on by... Anderson had just headed off too. Held on by good gravy. Why am I blanking? Dobish. All right. I think this is the under 6 timeout. Yeah. And I believe they're going to pull Anderson because this is going to be a face-off in the Montreal defensive zone. Yep. Power play. I gotcha. 6:40 to go. Yep. Wait, which? Predators Lightning? Yeah, Predators are going to be an 8th seed, though, at best. Second wild card. Oops, forgot to update the shots. My bad. 34-18. So, Dobish with 33 saves this afternoon. Good gravy. That's a lot of saves. Now into the evening. All right. Yeah, we are closing in on 1,500 subs. Awesome. Thank you so much. On YouTube. Followers on... We got 37 on Twitch as well. Montreal Canes and Canes. Montreal and Canes. All right, yeah, they're going to pull a goalie. I'm just going to put that up. I'm pretty sure this draw is in Montreal's zone, unless they rethought it. Versus the Canes, Dobish has 93 saves on 101 shots versus the Canes. Yep, they have 6 skaters in the O zone. Off the draw. Oh, that was wide. I thought they almost had it. Icing 3-12 on Montreal. At least they don't. For once, NHL.com doesn't have them on the power play when it's 6-on-5. They almost always do. Suzuki versus Stahl in the faceoff. Oh, they put 3:13 on the clock. And false start. I mean, it's to be expected at this point. Jeez Louise. Oh, I forgot to pause it. Blue point shot wide. Maybe have been on net. Clear, kept in though, not cleared. Aho with the puck. Under 3 to play. And sent to neutralize. And into the near boards. Jarvis has to send it behind the net. Carolina will bring it up. At the red line, a dump in. Far corner to the near side. All the way around the boards, kept in. Near circle. 2:22 to go in the third. Far circle now. Back to the point. Gostish Bear. Now far circle again. Pass knocked away by Montreal. Pass to Kapanen at the red line. He sends one. It's blocked into the near corner. Suzuki tried to center it. It's in the near boards and out. Aho pass taken in by Carolina, but we're under 2 remaining, and they need 2 goals. Sent behind the net. And into the near boards. Montreal with the puck. Pass off the far side. They centered it, and a shot blocked again behind the net. Carolina sends it to the far corner. It's taken from behind the net now. Looks like Miller? No, that is Ehlers. Dump in from the red line. Under a minute and a half to play, though. Carrier trying to dig it out for Montreal. Now it's taken by... oh, man. What is his name? And cleared. Gooley. Jeepers. All right, Carolina again. Red line. Dump in to the far corner. Now near corner from behind the net. Taylor Hall trying to dig it out. So is, I think, Carrier for Montreal. Under a minute to go. Far corner. Blue line taken at the neutralized. Pass gets away and picked up by Nikishin and sent to the near boards. Up ahead, taken by Matheson, sent around the boards. Evans got it to neutralize. 30 seconds to go. Into the near boards and picked up. Slavin off the far boards, though. Evans has it, sends one, and it's blocked. Nice play by Gossishbear, but they're running out of time. They need 2 goals in 15 seconds. They dump it in. 10 seconds to go. Behind the net. To the far boards. 2-1. That'll do it. That is your final score. Montreal 3. No, and Carolina 1. What a night for Dobish, as he just gave up the 1 goal in the first. 78% in the poll were correct of the 45 votes. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so before you head on out. And follow on Twitch if you have a Twitch account. All right, we'll do a wrap up real quick, and then we'll call it a night. And we'll check in on the scoreboard. All right, let's take out the empty net first. There we go. 35-18 was the final shot total. 3-1 the score. Dobish, 971 save percentage, gets the #1 star. He had 34 saves on 35 shots. Suzuki, 2 goals and an assist. He's the 2nd star. And Caulfield, a goal and assist. He's the 3rd star. Hudson had a good game, though, too. 2 assists. Yeah. Yeah, let's not go through that. We'll go through the scoreboard. We'll show what's coming up. Yeah, that's it for men's basketball. Duke and Michigan advance in the men's. Women's UConn and UCLA advanced. So UConn has the men's and the women's team. I'm going to think about doing Michigan, Texas. Wait, doesn't Michigan have both in too? I don't know. I might do that Michigan, Texas game tomorrow. We'll think about it tonight. All right, Lightning 3, Predators 2, 5:34 to go in the third. Jackets 3, Bruins 2, 2:41 to go in the third there. Blackhawks up 2-1. Nazar and McKay have the goals for them. Connor Brown's 15th for the Devils. 2-1. That game is available on NHL Network if you have it. Stars Flyers, no score. 6:14 to go in the first. Let me catch up on the chat before I head out. Oh, this game is a playoff preview. I'm sorry. You're right. Yeah, UConn. Holy cow. What's up, Derek? Yep. Avs and Preds in first round. I don't know. I have no faith in the Kings. They need help from Nashville. They might get it again today, but the Kings have 7 of 10 at home in their final 10. You know, 7 at home, 3 on the road, and they have the 2nd worst record at home now, thanks to the Rangers winning at home and getting their 11th victory at home. So no, yeah, Dobish looking good, and I like Fowler as the backup. Yep. Thank you from the Lightning fan. That's going to be up for grabs till the last day, right? I mean, it's too early to tell. Buffalo at 98 points, Carolina stuck at 98 after the loss. I mean, it still could be the Lightning too. They got 96. I mean, it could be 3 teams. Pretty sure, even though the Avalanche are struggling, they're going to hang on for the one in the West. They have a 7-point lead on the Stars, and then they'll probably win the President's Trophy. But yeah, they've definitely been, they were so red hot to start, and they've cooled off, but they're still doing well. All right. Well, let me post, I forgot to put up this week. We will have Maple Leafs Ducks at 9, and I'm thinking of maybe doing that. Was it Michigan Texas or Texas Michigan game for the women at 6? But I hope you have a great rest of your Sunday and weekend. Have a terrific Monday. That's going to be it for Sunday live streams. Simbin Stream signing out. Wishing you all the best. Good night and goodbye.